and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, Prue, and it is almost the new year. It's December 29th. Yeah, it's December 29th. We're ringing in the new year on Thursday, and I'm excited for 2026. I'm also nervous for 2026. 2026 is a big year, a big number that has always been on my mind. Big year, big number. I graduate in 2026. It's just like a big year. So I thought that this year I would do what I didn't do last year, and I thought I would do a yearly reflect and reset. Just in the way of setting my ins and outs, my goals for the next year, things I'm looking forward to, things I'm grateful for this year. I'm so excited to film this video, and I come to you with a full Starbucks to have and sip on while I film this video. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so in my notes app, I made a little notes document just of a reflect and reset, and I made a vision board at the bottom. When I get to the vision board section, I will put it up on the screen during editing so that you guys can look at my vision board with me. But the first portion of the 2025 reflect and reset document is the ins and outs of 2025. And let me just tell you, I was struggling hard with this when making this document a few days ago, and I've been adding to the document as the days have gone on, just because I wanted to make sure that it's like a shower thought, when you're sitting in the shower and you're like, oh, I should put that on my document. So I tried to collect this over a few days so that I would be good. And when I tell you I could not think of a whole lot of outs to be thinking about it, I actually just thought of another in when I was before setting up for this video. I only have 5 outs and I have 12 ins. I think that a lot of things were very good in 2025, and I think that the outs, the big thing is that we're stressed over and kind of put a damper on the year almost, were all the same. They came up different times throughout the year. So without further ado, let's get into my ins. Okay, the first in of 2025 that I have listed is reading. I had a really great reading year in 2025, and I hope that I can make it a great reading year in 2026. I read enough books to be able to film a what I read in 2025 book video, which will be, I'll film that closer to actually 2025 because I'm hoping to finish at least maybe 2 more books before we ring in the new year. But reading, I read a total of, so far, 26 books this year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I have 0 to none free time. I'm a full-time high school student. I have a part-time job on top of that. I have a lot of homework. I'm in mostly AP honors courses. So I have 2 extracurriculars that are after-school activities. So I have very little time to sit down, read, and get things done, right? So I made it a point this year to try and read the best I could and to the best of my abilities. And I would like to say that I'm very proud of myself for sticking with it all year and finishing out the year strong. I feel like I am in the least reading slump right now that I have been in this whole year. So that feels really nice to me at least. But so far 26, hopefully gonna finish at 28. But yeah, it feels really good to be able to read again. And I think that reading was a big part of my 2025. And I'd like to continue that in 2026. Alright, my second one goes along with reading, but it is Audible. I downloaded Audible in early 2025, and I stuck with it all year. I have been listening to books on Audible all year long. I listened to all the Emily Henry novels on Audible this year. I listened to a few nonfiction books on Audible, which was really crazy because I never listen or read nonfiction, so that was really big for me. But I finished a lot of books on Audible, and got my Audible subscription so that I could get credits and read books without having to pay for them. Well, not having to buy extra books. But I am so glad that I started reading on Audible, and it will be definitely something I'm carrying into 2026 because I just started listening to the Harry Potter series, and oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. But that is definitely one of my new favorite apps, especially. Number 3 on my ends list is crafting. Crafting has been a big part of 2025. I started a crafting journal in 2025. I would like to call it a junk journal, but it's really not. It's more of just a memory journal. I started a journal in 2025. I started coloring more in 2025. I started doing more just little crafty things, like crafting gifts, crafting cards, just all that stuff that I really thought was fun. And I was like, I want to put myself into things. I want to have things that I can remember. I want to have things that I make that are special to me, and I think that crafting has really done a lot for me. I think that also when I'm stressed, crafting is a great way to go for me. I can craft something and feel a little bit less stressed. I can feel like I'm focusing on something. Legos goes along with crafting too, I think, because you're crafting something, you're making something out of Legos. Legos was out for 2025. I will say I did not build any Lego sets in 2025, but in 2024 and 2023, I was a Lego fiend. I built so many Lego sets, and I'm glad that I kind of had to fall off in 2025 because I don't think I have room for any more Lego sets in my room. So that's one. And then I also had under my ends vlogging. 2025 was the first full year that I stuck with vlogging. I vlogged this whole year. I pretty constantly and pretty continuously made videos. I vlogged Disney. Those are some of my favorite Disney vlogs I have ever made, and I'm so proud of myself for doing good Disney vlogs this year. And I have made lifestyle vlogs. I've pretty much stayed on top of it. I think the only time I've taken a great amount of time off from vlogging was the jump between New York to Disney and these past months, which have been because of a lot of different things, mostly because of my surgery and whatnot, but I'll talk about that later in this video. So I'm very proud of myself for vlogging. I've had a YouTube channel since 2018 that I have been posting privately on. I've always been the gal to be vlogging and making memories, and I'm just so proud of myself this year for sticking with it and creating a community and being able to actually share my videos, and that makes me really proud. And on top of vlogging, I just got a new camera. As you can see, I'm holding my phone, which is a big upgrade. My dad so generously got me a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for Christmas, which is what all of my favorite vloggers use to make their content, and I'm just so grateful. And I'm grateful for you guys too, because if you guys were watching these videos, I probably wouldn't make them. So I'm just so grateful. So thank you guys so much. Okay, moving on to a little bit of a lighter note. I put Disney pin trading / collecting. 2025 was the year that I started pin trading again from my previous trips when I was little. I have gotten so into Disney pins, it's not even funny. I've spent probably a ridiculous amount of money this year on Disney pin boxes and whatnot, but it makes me happy. It's the money that I get. That's what I want to spend it on, and I'm just so grateful that I got to get into this, and it was just so fun to discover pin trading in the parks. And I know it's a lot of people are down about it now because it's a lot of scrappers, but I think it's almost more fun because once you find a good one, it's really special. But yeah, just opening blind boxes and pin boxes and collecting pins is something that I'm really into now, and I'm so glad that I could find that in 2025 and get so many good pens. I've had so many good pens finds in 2025. I started my collection. I have so many traders. I'm so excited. Maybe in start of 2025 I'll film an updated pen collection video, traders and all, because I think that I filmed one in January of this year, will be last year in a few days. That's crazy. And it was like crazy. They were all like not really good pens, but I was just collecting them because I didn't really know much, and I was just like, these are what I think is cute, and this is what I've had since I was a kid. So I think that I'm gonna film another one, hopefully. And yeah, I hope that we can see how much that has grown. Okay, I have next blind boxes on there. I think that goes hand in hand with pen trading. Disney blind boxes, just random cutie blind boxes. I love a blind box. I love trinkets. I love a blind box. I love to open something and not know what you're gonna get. I think it's so fun. I think it's so fun to watch someone open a blind box and be like, oh, I want this one, and let's see what I get. I just recently got a little cat blind box for Christmas, and it was the cutest thing ever, and I got the one I wanted, and everybody was so happy to see what I have gotten that it just made me so happy, and it was just lovely, and now I have it on my little record player. Next thing I have is working. I got a job in August of 2025, and it was definitely something that I wanted to get because I wanted a job before I went to college. I thought it was something that was important to me, was to work and to get a little money for college. I'm really grateful for my parents helping me pay for college and basically paying for my college. I got a really generous scholarship from all the schools that I have applied to so far, and so that has helped me bring down the cost a lot. I've taken a lot of AP courses over the past years that are allowing me not to have to take those classes in college, which is also really bringing down the cost. But I'm really just fortunate for my parents and grateful for them for paying for that for me. But I wanted to make sure that I could still bring in money while in high school that I would have for extra college money. Like, I need to be able to support myself in college to the best of my ability without them, so that once they're no longer paying for me, that I can pick up where they left off, and I'm working really hard to do so. And just because they're paying for my school doesn't mean I want to sit around and just take their money from them, because that's just not how I feel about that. So I know that a lot of people feel differently about that, and a lot of people don't even have their parents pay for their college, which I totally understand and makes so much sense. But that's just personally how I feel about that, and that's why I got a job. And I've been working pretty hard. I have had to take a few breaks because of this surgery and whatnot, but definitely working is in. I will have a job now for the rest of my life. So, wonderful. I also had on my 2025 ends baggies. I became a bagu addict in 2025. I got my first bagu in, I want to say like February, March, and she has stuck with me for this whole year, and now I have a large collection of bagus. My camera case is currently a bagu. My purse is a bagu. My work bag is a bagu. Like, my backpack for school is a bagu. Like, I have so many bagus, and I love them. I love the bagus because there is truly a bagu for everything. Anywho, that's all I have to say. I have a lot of bagus now. I have also bestie trips on my ends. I went on a fall break trip with my best friend and my parents, and I just love the premise of going on a trip with your bestie. I think it is so fun. You guys are constantly having fun, you're chatting, it's just, the memories are so good, and I love that so very dearly. I think that bestie trips should be thing we take more of. I love taking trips with my best friend. I went on a trip over the summer to tour college, but in that trip I went to go see a show that my best friend was in and reunite with her for, like, we hadn't seen each other for like a month, which is not a long time, but we see each other at school every day, so it's like, it's a bit more time for us. And oh my gosh, it was so fun. I just, like, seeing her, like, made my heart so happy. Bestie trips. And I went on a trip. This is my mom, but, like, she's also my best friend. I went on a trip with her to Maine to go tour school and just to have fun in Portland for a little bit. And oh my gosh, was it the best time I've ever had. So just very high on the bestie trips this year. They are truly what have been keeping me going, is knowing that I get to see my best friends and go places with them. It's just been, what a wonderful year for that. Next I have Pretty Little Liars. Should I say more? Pretty Little Liars is a show that I watched when I was very young. Probably shouldn't have watched it that young. Thank you, Mom. We watched it together, and it was like peak 2010s, which were great years, and I wish they were back now, but they're not. So the 2000s are just my years, and 2010s, grew up in them. I was 10 when I probably first watched the show. Rewatching it now when I'm like 18 is lovely. I don't know what's going on half the time. I think it is the craziest, weirdest plot show ever, but it's something that's so girlhood about watching it that makes me so happy. And what am I gonna do? Watch it and not make me happy? No, like, I'm gonna watch something that makes me happy. So I wrote Pretty Little Liars down because that was a big part of my 2025. Next up, I have planners. I was a planner gal in 2025. Planners constantly, calendars constantly. I'm writing a to-do list every day. I'm literally such an organized person up here, and I have to put it down somewhere else because I will go crazy if not. So simply, I got a beautiful Christmas gift this year, which is a planner for the next 4 years, and I'm so excited for it. Like, I can't even convey to you how excited I am for this planner. Planners are in for 2025, and they're in for the next 4 years as well. We'll see in 2030 if I have something to say about these planners. They're amazing. I bet not. I also put down in my ends Taylor Swift. I don't think that Taylor Swift has ever been in my Spotify Wrapped in my entire life. 2025, she took #1 artist, mind you. She also took 4 of my top albums. So, I'm not surprised, but I will say that I have never been a Swiftie, like, ever in my life until this year. In 2025, I jumped on Taylor. I listened to Folklore a little bit more in 2025, and then I picked up some Midnights, and then I picked up some Tortured Poets Department, and then Life of a Showgirl dropped, and we got to November, so I picked up some Evermore and Red, and I don't think I've ever listened to more Taylor Swift in my life. Like, let me just show you guys. This is my Spotify currently, and, okay, well, these are my, like, playlists, mind you, and this is a playlist I made. She's all Taylor. It's just all the Taylor Swift songs. I have been popping on albums like No One's Business. We have Life of a Showgirl here, Tortured Poets Department here. I'm surprised Midnights is not up in there, but Taylor Swift has been my girl this year. And Taylor Swift and Lord Huron. Who would know that I was having a Taylor Swift and Lord Huron year? I guess me. And then my last N of 2025 is therapy. 2025 was the first year that I fully returned to therapy. I started going again in late November of 2024, but again, that's barely 2024. And 2025 was the first consistent year that I went to therapy again, and I'm just gonna tell you guys that if you guys don't go to therapy and you feel like you should, please jump the gun and do it. it's one of the most important things in my, like, bi-weekly schedule. I swear to you, I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for therapy and my therapist. Like, truly would not know, could not tell you. So that's something that's really important to me, and I think that everyone would benefit from going to therapy and talking to someone else, a professional, about stuff that's going on in their life, because it's just so important to process through the stuff that happens in our lives. And I just feel really big about that, and that I just believe that everybody should be trying out the therapy route. Now, here are my outs. Here are my outs for 2025. There are only 5 of them, so at least there's not, I'm sorry I keep messing with my hair. I did it this morning and now I'm gonna mess with it for the rest of the video. 2025 outs. Stressing over college. Out the window, no longer stressing over college, because guess what? I got into my top 2 schools and they want me. So I can stop stressing about college, stop stressing about going to college, stop stressing about my grades because I have to get into college. No, I got into college. Yay! So that is something that's out for 2025. I'm no longer doing it. You will not see me stressing over college. You probably still will, but it's fine because I won't be stressing about getting into college. Another thing, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying this. High school, out. In 2026, I'll be out of high school, which is crazy to say. But in 2026, I will be out of high school and I will be going to college. So 2025 is my last full year in high school. Crazy to say. It feels absolutely absurd. But here we are. In 2025, high school, 2026, college. So very, very grateful that I will be no longer in high school. I swear, everybody has this on their outs list, but scrolling. I scrolled 10 times less in 2025, and that's a fact. I don't think I had TikTok until April, May of 2025. I don't think I re-downloaded it until then, which is crazy. After the TikTok ban, I was like, I'm swearing off TikTok. This is my time to just delete it and not get it back and not be tempted to go back on it. I ended up re-downloading it so I could make videos and do content creation, and now I'm on it a little bit, but it's not to the point where I'm sitting every single night and doom scrolling for 3 hours a day. It's never stop point now, and I'm very grateful that I decided to give up this endless scrolling. Ins for scrolling, Pinterest scrolling, that doesn't count. I've been scrolling on Pinterest for this whole year, but that's crafty scrolling. But scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, doom scrolling down the internet. I'm so glad my screen time has reduced very much in 2025, and I am so grateful that I can call that an out. So, this one's good. Dressing down for school, out. I have dressed significantly nicer every single day for school in 2025, and I think I felt about 10 times better every day of school in 2025. Because when you're actually putting yourself together to go somewhere in the mornings, especially to school, I think it's very important because it has created a mindset that I'm getting ready for the day. I'm looking good for the day. I feel good when I go to school. I think it's that look good, feel good mindset. And I think the better I think I look in the morning, the better I feel in the morning. So it's been helping me a lot get over that mindset of not wanting to go to school. So that's been really helping me. So dressing down from school, sweats to school, is out. I wore sweatpants to school once this year, and it was on a dress-up day. And that's crazy. Crazy to say. Oh, I thought I just deleted my whole note, and I was supposed to not be very happy about that. And then my last 2025 out is movies. I have significantly not watched a lot of movies in 2025. So I just put that on my outs list. I like movies. It's not like I don't like to watch a movie. I just have watched less. I've been more a TV show girl this year. That's fine. I'm not a big movie buff anyway. But I put that on my outs because movies were out for me for 2025. And that's literally all I could think of for my outs. I'm not even kidding. All I could think of. Next section is what I'm grateful for 2025. My first and most important is getting surgery for endometriosis. This is the thing I'm most grateful for from all of 2025. If you guys don't know, I got surgery less than a week ago for endometriosis. I got a laparoscopic procedure. At that point, we didn't know if I had it, and turns out I did. I'm very, very grateful that they found something, and I'm very, very excited to say that I officially am endo-free, and, well, for now, and that my endo has been found, and I feel a lot better about myself now that I know. I feel a lot better. I also got an IUD for my endometriosis. Also really excited about that. Yeah, I've been waiting since I've had a period to figure out why they were so painful and why I was having such a rough time. I was a lot of times where I ended up in the hospital because my cramps were so bad, and I just couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up without passing out. It was really bad, and I am so, so grateful that I have found a medical team, which I absolutely adore, in order to just be with me and help me, and that I was diagnosed. So that's the thing I'm by far the most grateful for 2025. Great year for that. I also put my family and close friends. I think that that's pretty self-explanatory. I love my friends. I love my family. I'm very grateful that they are there for me. I'm really grateful that they're in my life, and I love them so much. So, therefore, I'm grateful for them. I just talked about this in my Insta, but college acceptances and merit money. I'm very, very grateful for the merit money I received from both of my college acceptances, and I already talked about it earlier, so I won't say too much more, but yeah. I also will say performing arts opportunities. Competition-wise and whatnot, I am very, very grateful for the opportunities I have been given in my performing arts activities and my groups, and I am very lucky to be able to compete and do all these things, and I'm so, so grateful for all my directors and just anyone who is on this journey with me for my activities, and I am just very proud of myself also for what I have accomplished this year. I also said school community. That goes with just everybody at school that's there for me. I truly feel very lucky to have the people that I have at school. I don't know what more to say about that. My teachers, my mentors, everything just in that capacity, I'm very grateful for. And so thank you, if any of you guys are watching this. Goals for 2026. Ooh, hey. Goals for 2026. Reading goal, 35 books. I will touch more about that in my reading for 2025 video. But my goal for 2026 is to read 35 books. So we'll see. We'll see if I get there. Create a cozy environment. That's more of a college goal. I want to create a cozy environment wherever I go that I like to be in. And so that's more of a goal for when I go to college. But in 26 nonetheless. Pick a college and start college strong. That's another one of my goals. I want to decide where I'm going to college. That will come naturally, but it's still a goal. And I want to start college strong. I want to start college with a great mindset. I want to start college working hard right off the bat. I want to start college even if I have a few bumps with grades. I want to make sure that I'm correcting that and I'm getting the help I need in office hours and whatever to make sure that I'm ensuring myself success in college. And I do believe that I'll be able to do that. So we shall see. I also had get my travel life together. I want to be an organized traveler, a great traveler, that comes with the territory, I feel. I'm a Disney gal. I want to be organized when I go to Disney. I'm also not going to college in state. We know that. So I want to be a really good traveler when I come back for the breaks. And I want to be really intentional about how I'm traveling, what I'm getting when I travel, and whatnot. So that's one of my other things. I also have keep vlogging away, especially with my DJI. I want to keep vlogging. I want to make sure that I keep my vlogging channel going in college. I want to make my vlogging channel go throughout 2026. I want to keep my Disney vlog strong. My Disney trip in 2026 is the Disney trip I've been looking forward to the most. So be ready. Be ready for those vlogs because they will be good. But just keep vlogging, keep going, keep crafting, being a creative person, and that's definitely what I would say. Things I'm looking forward to in 2026. Turning 19 at Walt Disney World. If you guys don't know, we're going to Disney over my birthday, and I'll be turning 19 in the parks. Crazy. But that's definitely something that I'm very, very excited for. Probably number one looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to going to college and being independent. That comes with the territory. We going to college in 2026. And then I also have graduating high school. So excited to get that diploma. But yeah. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on in this video is my vision board. I will put it up on the screen over here for you guys probably. Just a recap of my vision board. A lot of crafting. I have a picture of a board, like a cork board on there. I have some journals on there. I have just like a little craft activity scene like in the bottom right hand corner. And then I have this car back seat because moving to college, vision board. I have a little picture of the outdoors and hiking because I want to try to get outdoors more when I go to school and whatnot. I have 2 pictures from Disney, or 3 pictures from Disney actually. The Epcot ball, me trading pins, and a little French Quarter. We're going to French Quarter in 2026 again, so I put that on there. I have a picture of me pin trading because I want to be an avid pin trader in 2026. And I have the Epcot ball because we're going to Disney. So, very exciting. I also have a picture of a Kindle and a coffee on a plane because I'm going to be traveling more. I want to be reading more, and I see a lot of traveling coming up in 2026. And then I have a little picture of Patagonia fleeces because I really want to get a Patagonia fleece. And I've just been looking for one forever, and I really want one. And then last but not least, I have everything is going to be so wonderful. Just keeping the mindset that like everything's going to be good. Good vibes are coming our way from 2026. Feels natural to me. And I'm really excited to keep that going. And I'm really actually very excited for 2026. Excited for the new year. Excited for what the new year holds and whatnot. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching my 2025 reflect and reset. And I will see you guys hopefully in the next year wrapping up video, whether it be my book video or a vlog. Not sure which one it will be yet, but I hope to see you guys soon, and bye-bye.